Everybody loves to talk about innovation, but most people cannot explain what it actually means without confusing everyone in the room. And here's really the core issue, right? Innovation is misunderstood because it's explained wrong. It's packaged as this huge, shiny, disruptive thing when it's really just disciplined problem solving. I'm going to share my top 3 lies about innovation. You can add to them in the comments so we can actually start creating things without getting trapped in this weird idea that tech is actually magic. Number 1, it has to be big and groundbreaking. Nope, just has to work. Everyone wants their innovation to sound so impressive, like this big sweeping movement, and that's exactly why it fails. For example, the minute an executive says, AI is our 2026 strategy, you've lost half the room already. Half the company rolls their eyes at you collectively, and the other half is freaking out, panicked that robots are going to steal their job. Everyone goes back to their computers, quietly opens LinkedIn to update their resume. Because you're signaling with that statement 2 critical issues. 1, you have no idea what AI means or how it works, and you're confused with vision versus execution. Nobody thinks that you have the power to execute. Successful AI innovation, or really any technology innovation, doesn't start with a stupid press release, right? It starts in a pilot that's small and measurable. One process, one workflow, right? One experimental project that proves value and, most importantly, earns the trust of your people. Big vision is great, right? That's the executive team's job. But if you can't execute, it doesn't matter. And I can guarantee you, if it doesn't work small, it's not going to work big. The goal isn't to make it sound life-changing, and that's what we need to stop with. The goal is, right, to make it work consistently and have a better experience for your employees and customers. Lie number 2, it starts with an idea. Everyone thinks that innovation is built around like these brainstorming sessions where you have a whiteboard and sticky notes and all kinds of buzzwords. Someone, has to draw a light bulb. No, that's not innovation. That's like arts and crafts time. Real innovation starts with clarity. What problem are we solving? Who owns the outcome? Can we explain it to someone without using the word synergy? You have 2 minutes to describe it to your executive team in order to secure budget. Do they understand what it does? Can they understand how it's going to make them money? We get called a lot about, certain maverick projects or something like that nobody's done before. The first time I hear about an innovation lab, kill me. I call my most logical, grounded project manager. Those psychos that organize their sock drawer by return on investment. You know who I'm talking about, because they're not going to get lost in the hype of building an autonomous crane for a multi-billion-dollar organization. They're going to be like, sounds cool. Who's in control of the project? Who's my executive sponsor? Who's signing off on change control? And that, my friends, is the secret, all right? That's the secret to making innovation actually valuable and not just words. Every shiny innovation project depends on the boring person that actually has the ability to finish it. Ideas are easy, right? Everyone has ideas. Alignment is hard. And that's why the real innovators are the ones that are managing those project status calendar invites. You know it. I know it. It's true. Number 3 lie, which I would argue is most important, is that you can somehow buy innovation. Everyone loves the idea of innovation, especially boards and shareholders, until it involves their team. Then comes the let's hire a firm, let's buy a platform, let's create an incubation lab, aka let's make it somebody else's problem. Sure, you can buy software. You can certainly buy consultants that bill you $400 plus an hour. You can even buy drones that fly around your office and deliver mail. But you cannot buy the ownership that it takes something to actually work. The moment that you outsource innovation, it becomes completely performative, right? We start doing things like using it as a noun instead of a verb. There's no action around it. It becomes a whole lot of slide decks and talking in meetings, 0 actual solutions, not to mention it's hella expensive. The minute you outsource innovation to a certain technology or vendor, that's when we start writing these very expensive checks for air. You can rent talent, but you cannot outsource accountability. Everybody wants the glory of innovation, right? That gold star, that star employee of the month or whatever. But very few people actually want the grind that comes with achieving it at some point. And vendors never want you to, because again, they're billing you by the hour. You got to stop ideating and start implementing. As always, curious for you guys to add to my list. The more that we get this BS off the street, the more we can actually see technology become successful.